Like, what are my bangs doing today? Happy Hump Day! It is Wednesday once again for We Are Androgyny. This is Kali. I am filming outside because I have new roommates and stuff. If you didn't know, I moved in with our Thursday, Lucas Love, and I am in Colorado now, and there's mountains and cold weather, so I went from Texas to Colorado. The reason I moved here was because... Sorry, nose is killing me. All the dry weather and shit is like fucking me up. The reason I moved here though, sunlight making me like glow or something. The reason I moved here though was because there was a job out here and I wasn't able to find a job in Texas, so I got an opportunity out here for a job, so I kind of just went for it, I guess. I mean, there's not really anything else to say. If you have any questions or comments or anything, just like leave them below and I'll try to answer them. If you have any questions about the move or anything, I'll do like another video about the move or something if y'all want or something. I don't know what I'm doing. But this week's topic, well, is makeup week because I didn't post last week because I was moving. But I'm doing the throwback tag. First question is, what year were you born in? I was born in 1994. Yeah. Second question is, do you have any pictures of yourself from when you were younger? If you do, show them. I probably do have pictures, but they're in Texas, and I just moved to Colorado, so no. What TV shows did you grow up watching? Pretty much the normal ones. Sailor Moon, Inuyasha, Powerpuff Girls. What else did I like? I was kind of picky with a lot of my shows when I was little. I didn't like a lot of them. Digimon, Pokemon, of course. I don't know. The normal 90s kids, like, shows, I guess. I mean, I can't think of any other ones off the top of my head. So, yeah. The fourth question is, what did you want to be when you grow up, and do you still want to be that? I've changed a lot. I used to want to be a doctor and a pediatric nurse and help kids. While I was a kid, I was like, oh, I want to help kids. It was retarded. But I did want to be a nurse for a long time. And then that changed to wanting to be a fashion designer and a model, and that changed quickly because I realized that I didn't like my body. And I still kind of want to be a fashion designer. I still will dabble in that in the future, but for right now, I'm just focusing on my salon career and haircutting and all that shit, and skincare and makeup. But yeah, I still want to be a fashion designer, I guess. I don't want to be a nurse anymore, so. 5, show a video of yourself when you were younger. Can't, again, because I had 2 house fires, and a lot of my childhood stuff is gone, so we do have some pictures that survived the house fires, but I don't have any videos. My family wasn't really big on videotaping people. There might be a couple, but I don't know where they are. 6 is, what were your favorite toys to play with when you were little? I loved playing with, like, Hot Wheels and stuff, and, like, little cars and toy cars. Barbies, I loved Barbies. Anything to do with Pokemon trading cards. I still love to play with Pokemon shit. I loved Pokemon, Game Boy games. That's about it, though. I mean, I didn't really play with that much. Most of the time, me and my cousins, who I grew up with, we'd be outside playing, so whatever. The most embarrassing thing that you can remember doing. Well, this is pretty recent, but I'll tell you the story anyway. Like, it's not when I was little. I just remember, like, a couple months ago, I was applying for a job at Ulta, and I got really nervous because the woman wasn't, like, being nice to me. Like, she was being really rude, the manager. And so I kind of, I don't know, because I had product in my hand. I've been talking to like these other girls, and everybody was super nice. And I got some makeup because it was right before Gay Pride, and I really needed some new makeup. And I just remember the woman was really rude, so I got nervous and I walked out because I thought she wanted me to leave, so I just left. And I forgot that I had $100 and something worth of product in my hands. So I ran back, and this is all while I was applying for the job. I just spit on the camera, I'm sorry. This was all while I was applying for the job at Ulta, so I fucked that up. That's like the one job that I applied for that I know I would never get. Because I just fucked it up. Read something you wrote when you were in kindergarten. I have a whole bunch of stuff at home, but I don't have it with me anymore. I moved. I'm sorry. A lot of this stuff I can't do. 3 songs you loved to listen to as a child. I loved listening to Britney Spears' Lucky. Judge Me All You Want. Come As You Are. Cut by Nirvana. I loved that song when I was really little. And I can't think of a third one. I have a really bad memory when it comes to like stuff like this. If I heard it, I would tell you, but I can't think of it. What was one funny thing you dressed up as for Halloween and when you were younger? What? Someone typed this wrong. I dressed up as an M&M. I was like a seafoam colored M&M one time, which was great. Or one time I was like black, because I'm brown. So I was like black King Triton because I wanted to be a mermaid, and my grandma made me a King Triton outfit with a beard and everything. It was fucking precious. Funny story of something you remember happening to you when you were a child. Shit. What is something funny that's happened to me? Okay, there was this one time, I remember, I laugh about it now, but I hated it. But you know when pools get really green and nasty? Me and my cousin were, running around, and eventually I got pushed into it. My older cousin Trevor, pushed me into it. And I was wearing like all white, and so when I got up, I was completely green. And it was disgusting, and I hated my life, and I started crying. And then there's another story when me and him were like fighting, and I splattered him with white paint, and I ran inside where he couldn't get me, and out of nowhere I like walked outside because I had to come outside eventually, and he just waited at the door. And so when I walked outside, he like slathered me in paint, and I still had that shirt for a long time. I had that shirt for a really, really long time. It had paint all over it still. And that, I started crying again. I was a big tit when I was little. I was a fucking titty baby. But, whatever. Those are funny ones now, I guess. Are there any special things you kept from when you were a child? I kept this one Pokemon necklace because I was obsessed with Pokemon when I was little. Like, I still am. But I lost the pendant, like the pendant's on it or whatever, but I lost a little jewel inside it and had a like Pikachu, and it said like 1994, my birth year, and then on the back of it says 1994. That thing is still in the depths of my room back in Texas. And I just always wore it. I wore it like every year, for, like every day. And I think my grandma got it for me. Are there any special things? What was something weird you used to do as a child? Something weird. Like everything. I don't know. I feel like all of my family... No, not all of my family. Me and my little brother, like we always have machetes and stuff, and even when we were little, like we're allowed to handle like machetes and BB guns and shit. And I know I still do it to this day. Like I'll chop up stuff just for the hell of it. And I like to shoot things a lot. Like I'll like let wasps and stuff. When I was in Texas, there would be like a whole bunch of wasps. We pretty much had an infestation of them, and I would like shoot them out of the sky with a BB gun. Cause in Texas we shoot stuff for fun. What's the scariest thing you remember that happened to you when you were younger? Scariest thing? No. I remember one time I don't even know how old I was, but this like shit scarred me for life. I just remember being in a haunted house and someone was carrying me. I think it was my mom. I don't know who it was. No, I think it was a guy. And my dad was never around, so I don't know. It wasn't my dad. But I just remember being in a haunted house and my family took me there and I was not having it and I was super scared. Super, super scared. 15. How is the world now different from how it was when you were a child? What? That's like a really weird question. I don't know. I mean, there's technology, iPhones, Facebook. MySpace is gone. Pokemon's better. There's a whole bunch more Pokemon. Video games are better. Makeup's better. Weave is better. Everything's better. No. There's war and famine. On that note, I'm gonna end this. I can't really remember to refer back to the week. Again, I'm sorry guys that I didn't post, but I had to tell you, like, I'm really altitude sick. I've been laying in bed for the past 2 days. I went to work today, but I am exhausted. So I'm not going to refer back to the week, and I'm sorry about that. But on next week, I promise I will be, like, up to par, and I'll be doing everything that a normal weekday should be doing. So, again, I am sorry. So, see you next Wednesday.